Hey there, my friend, welcome. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi, founder here at the Fit Father Project, and I'm really looking forward to today's video because here on the FFP channel, we talk a lot about nutrition, we talk a lot about formal exercise and workouts you might be doing in the gym, but today we're actually going to talk about a specific form of yoga that is designed to increase your energy and your life force and your vitality, and that's called the 5 Tibetan Rites. Now, I learned about this ancient yoga from a seminar around a year and a half back, and a man was telling me the story of this, where this yoga has been around for 2,500 years, and it got popularized when there was a booklet published on it called the Eye of Revelation. It started circulating around the United States, and basically, these are a set of 5 yoga moves that monks purportedly did to increase their life force, their vital energy, and to help them stay youthful. And apparently people who did this yoga, came back years later moving and looking and feeling really young and amazing. So that sounds great, right? We'd all like some of that in our life. And whether or not you go down the path of you believing in some of the mysticism around this yoga, or if you're just a person who's like, hey, I'd like to move my body and feel like I'm in less pain and I'm moving better and I'm feeling more energetic, I can promise you this yoga is something that will help you. So in this video, I'm going to break down the Rites. And this is something that I personally use almost every single morning to get my body going. I don't consider it exercise. I consider it daily movement to get my body moving, to get my breath work going, and to really start my day. This is also something I can use in the middle of the day when I want to take a work break. So without further ado, I want to take you through the 5 Tibetan Rites, show you exactly how it works. And my challenge for you is this, that you give this a shot. Even if we're doing just 3 reps of each of the 5, I think you're going to feel amazing moving your body in this very specific way. These monks who figured out this yoga, they figured out this sequence for a reason. These are motions that are absolutely fundamental for a long, healthy life. So let's dive into today's video and look at the 5 rites.
FitFatherProject.com.
All right, so let's get straight into the 5 Tibetan Rites and how to do them. The first rite is actually something that a lot of us did when we were children, and that's spinning around with our arms outstretched. So what you do is you get your feet roughly within shoulder width, and you extend your arms out with palms facing down, and you spin in a clockwise direction. And as you're spinning, what you want to do is you want to pick a point that you can see, whether it's on the wall or somewhere in front of you. If you're doing outside, pick a tree. And as you're spinning, you want to keep your focus around that point as you're rotating around. And yes, this is an exercise that will get you dizzy, but as you do this more often, you'll find that your ability to spin increases dramatically. We see the same stuff with the researchers around figure skaters and other athletes that do a lot of spinning. Their brain actually gets retrained and gets accustomed to the spinning. And I think there are a lot of good benefits to the sensory input of spinning, certainly for our balance, but it also causes you to very much focus. So this is the first rite, and I'm going to discuss at the end of this video how many reps of each of these rites we're going to do and how you want to build up over time. Now, after you've done your spinning in the clockwise fashion, the second rite is what's called a J sit. And this is where you're going to be laying on your back and you're going to do almost what looks like a leg raise, where you're going to be activating your core. What's really important here is to watch your breathing. So we're going to start in this lying down position here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our legs up and curl on up and squeeze the core and bend the spine as the head comes up into this J position. Then as we inhale, we're going to lengthen and open everything right back up. And again, we're going to discuss the number of reps to do in each of these rites here. But the important thing is that this breath throughout all of these rites is synced up to the specific motions. And this is at the heart of all yoga asanas, so as we're moving the body in a very particular motion while the breath is moving simultaneously. So in this instance, again, breathe out and exhale, we're crunching together, and the whole spine flexes. And as we breathe in, extend. That's the second rite. Now the third rite is called arching, and this is a really important motion for all of us, especially if we sit a lot and we're constantly hunched forward. Arching is pretty much the opposite of that. We're going to be extending the spine backwards, opening up the chest, opening up a lot of those tight muscles. So what we're going to do is we're going to get onto our knees and we're going to put our hands roughly behind our butt or maybe near our lower back, whatever feels comfortable for us. We're going to take a deep breath in, expand the chest, and we're going to arch backwards and feel that nice opening on the spine. And then we're going to exhale and contract into the flexion of the spine. The head comes down, the spine curves forward. And I think you might be seeing a little bit of a trend with a lot of these rites, especially as we get to rite number 3. It's that a lot of these rites involve the flexing and extending of our spines. And we know this is critical. As we age and our spines get more stiff, we get more arthritis, we're sitting a lot more, that keeping a mobile spine is absolutely essential to overall health. And look, even people who are active are not immune to this kind of stuff. If you're a weightlifter and you're constantly loading your spine with heavy squats and heavy deadlifts and you're the mobility work, it's going to lead to a recipe of problems down the road. So this is why I think this third rite, this arching motion, is phenomenally important. The next rite is where things get a little more challenging. We're going to do what's called a tabletop. Now, we're going to get into an L-sit position with your hands near your sides, and your fingers are going to be facing forward. We're going to brace the core, take a deep breath in, and as we take a deep breath in, we're going to shift our hips forward and come into a tabletop position and hold that for a second before exhaling and returning back to the L. So you're going to be going from L up to tabletop and right back down to L. And remember, the breath is still synced up here. As we're taking that big inhale, we're coming up to tabletop, we're getting wide and expansive, and as we exhale, we're coming back to L position. And again, we'll discuss the kind of reps we're going to do in just one moment after we finish the 5th rite. This one is going to be challenging, and it might be one that you might need to work up to. You know, I'd be surprised if you have not been doing some kind of yoga, stretching, mobility practice, if you can get yourself into that tabletop position right away. This is something you go slow with and work your way up. But I can tell you this, when you can maintain that tabletop position, that means that your spine is in extension, your shoulders have a good amount of range of motion, and you're stable and strong through your scapula and your abs and your glutes. So it is a really phenomenal gauge to how good your mobility is, and something that a lot of us should practice. And the final rite is the 2 dogs. The upward dog and the downward dog. And these are 2 of the most common motions in yoga, period, because they're just phenomenal for opening up the entire body, you know, especially that tight chest and getting that back into extension. So we're going to see me here doing an upward dog and a downward dog in a continuous flow. So the upward dog, also kind of thought of as like the cobra kind of pose. We're going to take that deep breath in, extend that chest, get that head back, arch, arch, arch. Very similar motion to the arching that we did in that arching rite number 3. And as we exhale, we're going to move into downward dog. We're going to press through the hands, shift the hips back, extend the spine. We're going to keep a continuous flow between these. As we do the upward dog or the cobra, we're breathing in, and as we exhale, we're going to downward dog. And we're keeping this in continuous motion. Ideally, 1 breath in through the cobra, 1 breath out through the downward dog. So this is where the breath syncs with the body, and this is truly what makes this not just an exercise, but in a very real sense, a moving meditation. You're focusing on your breath, you're syncing it with your body movement, and there are phenomenal benefits to doing this, not just for your health being, but also for your overall like energetic being. You're, you know, decreasing your stress, having your mind be focused, oxygenating your body. There's so many benefits to a simple yoga practice like this. So the rites are challenging, and here is a little table to give you some ideas on how you might want to do this and progress week by week. The goal is to get up to 21 repetitions on each of these 5 rites. So 21 spins, 21 of the arches, 21s of the J's, 21s of the upward downward dogs, the tabletops, etc. All the 5 rites that we covered in order. You want to be doing those 21 reps, but we're going to build up there. So in the first week, it's a good idea to just start with 3 reps of each and do that for an entire week. And then we'll move to 5, and then 7, then 9, then 11, then 15, then 17, and finally move to 21. And this is a simple way where we can just continuously add a few reps every single week and build your way up to 21 reps. In the description below, we'll write some of this out, and obviously you saw in this video our rep prescriptions, and we recommend you start slow, even 3 reps. If you can do this whole routine in under 5 minutes, this is a perfect place to start to build some consistency, and you want to build up as you go. And this is a simple yoga practice, and if you do not have a yoga practice, this is a beautiful place to start. Listen to your body, and I hope you found this valuable today. Now here at the FFP, we cover a wide range of topics, right? Everything from things like the 5 rites in yoga, to nutrition videos, to actual workouts, to supplements, to research reviews. So if you're into this kind of stuff, if you are a busy guy who wants to live healthier, both yourself and your family, you want to lose weight, you want to build muscle in your 40s, 50s, 60s, this is the channel you need to hang out on. So give us a thumbs up, subscribe button, and check that notification bell to get notified when we publish new videos. We literally have hundreds of videos on the channel, and we're publishing new videos every single week, so we'd love to invite you to our FFP YouTube channel. Thank you for being here, my friend, and if you're brave enough to try this, comment below, let us know how you feel, let us know certain things that are challenging, and as always, be safe, and I look forward to seeing you in our future videos, and I'll talk to you very soon.